Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's Wild Rift video. Got a bit of an interesting one. I think Riot Games might have made a little mistake here. We have patch notes 2.6a, which seems like it was supposed to be releasing on the 17th of December, but today's only the 15th. So I think they might have put it on the website a little bit early. Shout out to my Discord channel, shout out to my community. They were able to find this, and the changes are absolutely mind-blowing. You can see all the changes on the right hand side, but try not to look at that. We'll have a look through all of this now. You got the skins here, you got the Christmas skins which are coming out, the Bad Santa Vega, Santa Brom, Winter Wonderland Lulu as well. You got all the project skins, Blood and Moon Thresh, and Steel Legion Lux, Dunkmaster Darius, so really nice skins there. You got all the accessories as well, which looks pretty cool. I do like all the project skins, and I do finally like that they're adding the borders as well, the borders to the loading screen. You can see it on the Glorious Oriana skin, and this is a common thing on PC League of Legends as well, so I'm really happy that they're adding that over as well. So I'll probably be getting some of these emotes, to be fair. The Vayne one looks pretty cool, and also the Jhin one as well. Obviously I really like Jhin, so I'm really excited for the new skins. I'll definitely be showing you all of that, and also I'll be showing you all the Ezreal skin that came out today as well. That will be in another video. But champion changes, oh my god, this is absolutely crazy. Akshan, he's been super annoying at the moment, especially in high elo. Players have started to understand how to play him, understand how to utilize him. His early game is absolutely obnoxious. He has this shield on his passive, and he does a lot of damage, so that reduces his base damage a little bit in the early game, just to reduce that, and it also reducing the Avarang? I'm going to call it the Avarang. I don't actually know what the name of the first ability is, but they're reducing that as well at all ranks. Obviously a bit more in the late game, but a little bit in the early game as well. This ability does way too much damage, in my opinion, especially in them early game trades as well. You know, being able to proc this as much as you can, and also get the passive proc as well to get the shield, is just really annoying. It's really hard to lane against Akshan as well, so it's a bit annoying, but there you go. We got the Akshan nerfs finally, so I still don't think he was good in ADC, even though he was quite strong. He was just really strong in solo lanes. He was able to beat pretty much everyone in a 1v1 duel, especially in the mid and the top lane. Amumu, holy moly, these buffs. Insane health buff. I think it's by 80 health buff in the early game, the base health in the early game, and 5 armor buff in the early game. This obviously helps him stay healthy in the jungle, and also helps him stay healthy in the support role as well, which is really interesting. The recharge time now on Bandage Toss has also gone down, and also the base damage has gone up by a little bit as well. Again, this helps him clear the jungle a little bit quicker, and also helps in as a support. So I'm really curious to see if Amumu will eventually go into the support role. I have given it a try a few times. Me and Scoundrel have given it a try as well. We're going to see how that one fits in, but it's going to be pretty interesting, to be honest. So the base health one is a big one. Like whopping 80 base health and 5 armor. That's a lot of base health for a champion, especially in the early game. So he's definitely going to be very tanky. So we're going to see how that one works, especially with Aftershock and things like that as well in the laning phase as a support, and also the recharge time on Bandage Toss and the base damage. It's going to be really interesting to see how things go. Moving on to Camille, her health per level has gone up by 10, but they've changed her passive. Her passive is now not 10 seconds at all rank. It's now 18, 16, 14, and 12 at level 1, 5, 9, and 13. It's a huge nerf to Camille, especially in the early game. With this passive, basically how this works, when you attack a champion, you either get an AD or an AP shield, depending on depending on the type of damage that the enemy champion has dealt to you. So say you're against a Darius in the top lane, you'll get an AD shield, and if you can get an AD shield every 10 seconds, it's just really strong, you know, being able to trade that easily every 10 seconds. But now it's every 18 seconds. The enemy champions against Camille now have a bit more of a window to try and engage and try and kill Camille. But the thing is that the champion is still super safe. The Hextech Ultimatum, her ultimate, is still really strong. You have the hook shot as well to engage and disengage. So I think Camille will be fine, but she might struggle a little bit in laning phase now, as she can't trade as much as what she did before. And even in the late stages of the game as well, level 13. So now only a 12-second cooldown. So you have to be a bit careful now when you play Camille. Cooldown on the riposte. Look at that cooldown on the riposte. 18 seconds at the first rank on riposte for Fiora. 16 seconds, 14 seconds, 12 seconds. They are really, really hurting these bruisers now. Camille and now Fiora. These champions have been really, really strong, especially Riven as well. It's going to be interesting to see if there's a Riven nerf as well. But again, it's just giving more of an opportunity to the person who's playing against Fiora to try and engage and try and have that little bit of an opportunity, because at the moment it feels like these abilities, like the the adaptive defenses, the passives, and also the riposte for Fiora, it's difficult to have that sort of opportunity against these champions to try and engage and try and jump onto the Fiora and the Camille. So again, increasing the cooldown gives the enemy champions or the enemy player against Fiora that bit of extra time to be able to get that advantage. Cooldown of Charm the Waters. Fizz ultimate has gone up. You have been seeing Fizz a little bit too, a little bit in the high elo, and you've been seeing it a little bit in competitive as well. So cooldown's gone up by 10 seconds at all ranks. So we'll reduce it a little bit, to be fair, but I'm not too sure. It's quite interesting we're seeing Fizz played a little bit more, to be fair. I think it's just because of, obviously you can see there, the high mobility and the powerful burst damage as well. It's just been a little bit too high, so they're increasing, the cooldown of Charm the Waters, which is quite interesting. We'll see how this plays out. We're going to have to have a look and see how that plays out. Jarvan, again, another champion that has kind of risen, to be fair. Not really to do with buffs, just more to do with people, again, adapted to his playstyle, and also making it, having that sort of, fill factor for Jarvan, I guess you could say. You can see what they mentioned here. Jarvan and Flex Pick, that is considered is a strong, consistent, there you go, I got the word out in the end, harass in the Baron lane. You can obviously use Summon Airy with your first ability and just do a lot of damage. So what they've done is they basically nerfed the poke damage and nerfed top lane Jarvan a little bit, but this will hurt him in the jungle as well. The base AD has gone down by 6, and also base damage of Dragon Strike has also gone down by 10 at every rank. So normally at the moment in top lane Jarvan, you are running Summon Airy, you were just maxing your first ability and just poking out the enemy champion a lot. And it wouldn't really cost a lot of mana as well, so you were able to do it quite easily. So, moving on. Oh my god, these Kaisa changes. I'm so excited now to play Kaisa. I don't think this patch is in yet, but I'm so excited. Icathian Rain bonus AD damage has gone from 35% to 40%. So this helps her because her nerf before kind of hit her a little bit. But now she gets a bonus AD ratio of now 40%. It's going to now increase the damage a little bit. But look at that supercharged damage. Same in the early game. Up by 5%, up by 10%, and up by 15% at level 4 for the supercharge. You're going to be getting so much attack speed. It's actually crazy, because most of the time you build Blade of the Rune King, Solari Charge Blade, sometimes even Phantom Dancer in the late game as well. You can get so much extra attack speed now with the supercharge, and I'm just really excited to play Kaisa again, because Kaisa has fallen a little bit short recently, not been performing as well as what she did before since her nerf. So I'm really excited that they finally, buffing Kaisa, because they kind of realize that maybe she's in a little bit of a weak spot, because she is quite difficult to play sometimes when she really isn't that strong. But yeah, I'm really excited to play her. Normally, supercharge, you level up second, you level up your first ability first. So your supercharge will get there, what's that, level 10 roughly. So at level 10, you'll get that 75% attack speed, which, to be fair, in Wild Rift is not a long time, so it's going to be quite interesting. Kayle, no surprise, the nerfs here. Base attack damage going down, attack speed per level going down, armor per level going down, and also the base damage on her ultimate is going down as well. No surprises here. Kayle was really, really strong. You can kind of play safe really, really easily in the lane phase and scale up and just be a late game beast. And in the late game, Kayle is just super obnoxious and super annoying to play against. But with these changes, to be fair, I don't think they're too bad. Base attack damage will hurt her a little bit in the early game, but most of the time in the early game you will be farming anyway. You don't want to trade, so this only hurts her in terms of trying to last hit minions. Attack speed per level obviously is quite big, but with the build that you normally go with Kayle, you can either go the AD or the AP build. You will be building attack speed anyway, so shouldn't be too bad. And armor per level honestly is not too bad either. Again, Divine Judgment damage is a big hit, but if you go AD Kayle, this is not going to affect you that much, even though it is the base damage, so you will hit, you will feel the damage nerf a little bit, but I still think Kayle will be in a fine spot, to be fair, but we'll have to see how things work. This is the most interesting change of the whole patch. Lee Sin is getting buffed, which I don't really know about this, to be fair. I really feel like Lee Sin is still one of the strongest champions at the moment, and these are some kind of scary changes. Dragon's Range, the base damage is going up. Not by a lot, but still going up. It's still a buff at the end of the day. That 25 extra damage can be the difference between, killing someone and not killing someone at the end. Because sometimes in Wild Rift, some people survive on such little HP, so these buffs are really, really crazy. And the base health regeneration as well has gone up from 9 per 5 seconds to 10.5 per seconds. So this will help him when he's roaming around the jungle, when he's not actually attacking any minions. You still get that base health regeneration, which is quite nice. So helps to be a little bit healthy during the jungle as well. When he's trying to roam in around, when he's trying to take the scuttle crabs, gank lanes as well, he will be still getting that base health regeneration over time. Pretty scary buffs. We also have some pretty scary buffs to Olaf as well. 80 per level, 3.6 to 4.55. That's extra, pretty much an extra 1 AD per level. That means he's going to get an extra 14 AD at level 5. Again, a pretty scary change, to be fair. And also, the slow as well has also been buffed on Undertow. This will help him a lot, I think, especially during the laning phase in the top lane. The slow ratio is quite good for chasing down enemies. It can work really well in the jungle as well. We have been seeing a rise a little bit of Lulu and Olaf again. Lulu is just a super obnoxious champion that's been really, really strong, especially in solo queue. And we've seen it a little bit in competitive as well. So this could be a really, really scary change. 80 per level as well. It's not not a bad thing to buff at the end of the day. An extra 1 AD per level might not seem like a lot, but as the game scales up and as you get more and more AD and when you get items, does get a little bit scary, to be fair. Renekton, no surprise, is getting a nerf. The attack damage growth is going from 5.5 down to 4.55. So kind of the opposite way around of Olaf. So getting nerfed by 1. I'm pretty sure this is the same thing. AD growth, AD per level. I think it's the same thing. I think they just named it a bit different. It looks like it. AD per level, attack damage growth. I'm guessing it's the same thing per level. So yeah, it's the same now. So 4.55. So Renekton is going to be losing 14 AD now, pretty much. It's not exactly 1, but you get what I mean. Going to lose roughly about 14 AD at level 15. And the first ability, the second ability, Ruthless Predator, is going up in cooldown as well. Again, giving more opportunity against Renekton to try and engage onto him, which is really, really nice. I'm pretty sure that is Renekton's second ability. I'm pretty sure. Ruthless Predator. I'm pretty sure it's Renekton's. I can't even remember the name of Renekton's abilities. That is that's really, really bad, to be fair. I sometimes I can't remember. It is the second ability. Yeah, I did get it right. It is the second ability. I just wanted to double check for you all, but yeah, it is the second ability. Again, increasing the cooldown, all these stun abilities, or even the ways you can't really counter these top lane champions, which is really, really nice. So it's going to be quite good, to be fair. Again, more opportunity for players that are playing against Renekton to try and get that advantage. Absolution, Senna being finally nerfed. Additional attack range per 20 souls has gone down by 10. Now, most of the time during the game, you'll be getting about 80 to 100 souls. So you'll lose about 20, 40, 60. You're losing about 40 to 50 attack range, which is quite a lot, to be fair. Obviously, Senna does scale a lot into the late game. Like I said, normally you get about 80 souls at about maybe 15 minutes or something like that. If you're, if you're having a good game, most of the time you don't really reach 80 or 100 souls until the late game. But if you can get a lot of souls, you will be looking at that amount. So you will be losing about 40 to 50 attack range, which is quite a lot. And also the ultimate amount, the shield amount is 3 shield per soul, 3 shield health per soul to now 4 shield health per soul. So it's actually a buff to Senna's ultimate again. We got a buff before with Senna's ultimate with the attack speed, and now we're also getting a buff to not the attack speed, the channel speeds, how fast her ultimate can travel. Now we're also getting a shield buff on her ultimate as well, depending on how many souls she has, which is Quite interesting. To be fair, they're buffing it by 1, but if you can get like 50 souls, that's an extra 50 pretty much, you know, 50 shield that you're getting. So again, more about the scaling of Senna, more about, you know, making her more of a support than AD really, because obviously this really affects her as an AD really. Obviously, with fasting Senna, you either go build support Senna or AD Senna. This kind of makes you not want to go full AD Senna. This makes you more want to go for, you know, sort of a defensive sort of maybe Ardent Sensor, maybe, or something like that. Most likely not, but more of a support Senna build than an AD Senna build. And Twisted Fate obviously got hit a lot as well, so they're increasing his health per level by 10 and also reducing the cooldown of his picker card. I think his picker card being that high cooldown early game was pretty crazy, to be fair. So they're reducing the cooldown ever so slightly, 1 second every rank because they got hit. And then you can see the free-to-play champions, but that's it. That's all the changes. I don't know when this is going to be live. If it is the same as the top of the screen, it is going to be live around about the 17th of December, so in 2 days' time, so on Friday. But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning into the video. Hopefully you enjoy. Make sure you keep an eye out on my Twitch. I will be streaming very, very soon. And also I'll be releasing a lot more videos on this channel. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all very soon. Peace.